we were just discussing my desire to make a yin-yang of based and cringe, the theory that you need to have both, not necessarily in equal measure, it's about the balance. Yeah. It's about, balancing your based and cringe. And Hippo was explaining why this is necessary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, generally people, there's things that are overall described as cringe. It's known to be cringe, and that you should shy away from and not engage with. But a hive mind, what's the word?
Collective unconscious.
Collective conscious, like pop culture, whatever. Everybody thinks a certain way because of peer pressure and stuff. But some things that people think are cringe are actually based, and you have to engage with the cringe in order to bring it to light that it is actually based.
That's that is essentially what all of My Little Pony analysis was to try and be like, hey, this thing looks cringe, but there is indeed something based within it.
Sure.
It is also cringe, and that was the part. See, the problem, if you don't have a good balance, if you're lacking the based property, you end up like those bronies who were constantly, anytime we would criticize the show, they'd be like, no, you can't say anything negative about it. It's like, bro, that's cringe.
As with all things, the purpose of the yin-yang, which is the fang, which has the little dot in the center, to prove that when you get into the deepest depths of either based or cringe,
also there.
You find the source, you find the spark of either based or cringe.
Yes, exactly like it's similar to the irony death spiral that Dirk talked about in Homestuck, where he's like, when you appreciate something ironic, the highest level of irony is just being unironically into things, because if you can't tell the difference between if it's ironic or not ironic, then that is that's the final form.
Indeed.
You shouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Don't you have a rap line that's on the border?
Right on the fringe of acceptable and cringe.
That's the one.
The word based was in popular culture, but it was not as widespread as it has become.
On the precipice of acceptable.
No, it's on the fringe of acceptable and cringe.
Right to me.
Yeah.
That's the rhyme.
It's good.
There is a line where I say precipice, but I don't remember which one.
True words to live by.
Is there anything else to add to this point?
You gotta just follow your North Star of based. Even if that means wading into the sea of cringe. You have to follow, because if you just take everyone else's collective definition of based and cringe, you become cringe yourself because you have no identity.
Well, you can't actually recognize based and cringe for yourself. If you don't go and find those lines and you just act on what other people tell you it is, then you will not be able to detect the sea change when what is based or cringe changes, and you'll be stuck. That's how people get, people like those.
Look at this man, because you have a more based man.
No, you can't.
Someone call cringe.
That's a man who stepped into the sea of cringe and came out a based god.
I'm on the fringe of acceptable and cringe.
There it is.
Yeah, we were just talking about
it that way.
So happy everybody listens to my music.
Not that one.
I've never listened to a Digibro song, and I never will. Not even the ones I was on.
The best way.
Digi, how's your head right now?
My head?
Yeah.
There's
something leaking out right now. It's ideas. It's goodwill. It's hope.
Charity for your fellow man.
It's generosity. It's laughter. It's loyalty.
And
that's based.